y'all. Welcome back to Open Talk. Tonight we will be discussing rude, okay? Rude, and I mean real rude stories and also a couple of cheat stories of people violating. We have Styles, we have Trini, we have Candy, and I'm Kels. And to start this topic off, I was dating a guy one time and uh, he played soccer, okay? And one night there was a party to go to at one of our like little events and stuff that we have, like in the little Jamaican culture, okay? And I asked him if he wanted to go, and he's like, "No, babes, I'm tired and I'm not gonna go nowhere. I was playing, I was playing football or whatever. I want to just go lay down." So I was like, "Okay, you sure? My girl's gonna be there. You want your man to come." "No, he's tired. He's gonna go to bed." I said, "Okay, cool." So me and my girls, we're in the club. It's hot as hell in there. It's packed. Okay, so we're standing by the front door, chilling. All of a sudden, lo and behold, who walks through the door? Boom. I'm not gonna call his name. Not gonna do that. But no, you know what? I'll give him a name. His code name will be Marky Mark. So Marky Mark walks through the door, and Marky Mark walks through the door with a female. And Marky Mark makes eye contact with me, but turns and heads around the corner of the club. Okay? At this point, everybody has seen Marky Mark. Everybody has seen the little whatever it is that he walked through. And everybody is now like, "Yo, did you see it?" And of course, I saw it. So he went around the corner. He came back about maybe 10 or 15 minutes later. So I tried to play it cool, like I didn't see nothing. So I came up to him, "Hey, babes, what are you doing? I thought you said you weren't coming and stuff." And he's like, "Oh, well, you remember I told you I had some friends coming up from Jamaica and they wanted to go out, so I decided to come out." And I was like, "Friends? Like, I don't see anybody. Who are you with?" Mind you, the girl is standing in front of him directly, like stand up right here, so. So I'm like, "So who are you with?" So he's like, uh, her who? What her? This her? Is that who you're talking about? This one right here? This one? So, meanwhile, she happened to have two friends over off on the side that I didn't even see nothing about. One of my friends says, "Oh, there's some girls over there. You see them girls over there?" And they all laughing and stuff. Hey, we can get this going. What's up? So I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna let it slide." I think I'm gonna let it slide. I'm not gonna make too much of a fuss about that or whatever. I beeline outside straight. Go. All right. He comes out, and I think he thought I was going to do something to his car. I don't know where he got that idea because I'm not that type of individual to tear up people's things. That's a no-no. Okay. Anyway, he came out to protect his car. I'm sorry. He came out to stand by his car to make sure, that the wheels were nice or whatever the problem was. And I happened to leave. He gives me a call and he's like, "Oh, babes, I'm going to come over and stuff, because I miss you. I haven't seen you." I said, "Wait, no. You need to go stand in the car with the girl that you was with standing inside of the club. That's who you need to be following home. You don't need to be following me home." He said, "But you didn't even ask me what happened. Why am I supposed to be asking you what happened?" And then on top of that, he had the nerve to get upset with me because the following day was his birthday and I didn't wish him happy birthday. So he felt like I disrespected him and then he was upset with me. But anyway, that was disrespect craziness number one. All right, so story number two. I was dating this guy who had a sister. She had an apartment. We were at her house and sitting at a bar, and they were getting into some kind of argument, and the argument was about the sister had so the sister had an STD. Okay, I'm not gonna disclose which one, but she had something. Okay, She did not
Me
tell
want
me.
know. No, me want know. We don't know the sister, but we don't know the sister. Just tell me which one she did have now.
Is what? Okay. So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
we were at the they were having an argument between each other because at that time she had an STD and she was dating a guy and didn't disclose to that guy her STD, and he was, quarreling with her like, oh, that's messed up and you don't tell him and blah 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 blah, whatever. They're going back and forth, right? So then she turns around and she's just like, oh, well, you don't say nothing to Kills, you don't tell her. So I had to stop because the Lord was talking to me, and I said, wait,
Oh,
Jesus, what did I just hear? Because
He talking to me right now.
yeah, because I said, hold on, wait a minute. That didn't sound right. What? Tell me what? Right? So then he's like, what was the girl's name? I don't know. Call her Sarah. What about Sarah? I'm gonna keep talking to her regardless. Okay, so what? Wait, what happened? I don't know what happened. I'm at the bar looking stupid as hell because I just don't know what's going on, right? And they're back and forth arguing. Blah, 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 blah. So I say, I gotta go, right? I gotta
Go.
go. I gotta
Go.
go.
no, you need to find
No,
out.
no, 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 no. I
You ain't
gotta
got to
go.
go
I don't know.
nowhere.
I don't know what it is about me that I have a flight response. If I get
Yeah, we know.
uncomfortable, if I get angry, I get whatever it is, I just gotta go. I get drunk,
We know.
go. I'm sleepy, I gotta go. I wander.
Yeah, we know, we know,
Okay.
we know. We know how
Yeah,
you give it up.
we know.
No, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. No, gotta get out of here. Okay. Get to my car, right? And he's like, oh no, 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 baby, baby, wait a minute, let me tell you. No, 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 I gotta get out of here. Nope. Crank up the car, okay? So he runs in the back of my car and he's like, no, you can't leave until I talk to you. No, no, don't go nowhere, no. And I'm like, nope, I gotta get out of here and get from the back of my car, okay? So he did not want to move from the back of my car, crank it up. I'm pushing on the gas. I don't want to run him over because I don't want to go to jail. But you gonna move. Okay. He runs into the front of the car, hops on the hood. No, I need to talk to you. It's not what you think. Let me talk to you. No, I gotta go. Get your ass off of my car. Okay? I gotta go. Pull on it's on Bonoas Farms. Okay, so for those who don't know Bonoas Farms, it's a long, long road. It doesn't have any lights or anything, no stop signs or whatever. It's just straight road. Okay? I pull up on the end of Bonoas Farms, right up at the beginning of it, heading towards where we have Okeechobee. It's kind of like a highway, something kind of. It's a major road. Okay, so I'm heading towards Okeechobee. He's on the hood of my car. I'm on the gas. Okay, you gonna get off of my car. All right. I don't know what your problem is. I don't know what your sister talking about. I don't know what you talking about. I don't even want to hear it. I want you to get off of my car. Nope, baby, you gotta just stop. Okay, he's holding on to my windshield wipers. He's holding on to everything, and I jam on them brakes. Okay, I wanted him to fly off of this car because I don't know what y'all got going on. I'm not into it. Okay, but you can get off my car because I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. I just gotta go. I gotta go. All right, didn't stop. I stepped on them brakes so hard. I think I probably tore my brake pads. I did it about 2 or 3 times to finally I was successful right to Okeechobee. I guess he thought like I probably need to get off of here because she's just not gonna stop and she probably is gonna kill me on the hood of this car in this traffic. So the last time I jammed on the brakes real good and he flew off. Poof. Right? Then he gets up. He's limping. Baby, I just want to talk to you. I skirts. Okay? Because at this point, I'm upset. I'm done. I feel like you have disrespected me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the situation is. But Yeah, that was my crazy, out of disrespect situation. But just to clear the air, he didn't have any kind of STD or anything. He didn't give me any STD. It's just a girl that he was friends with, and they were really close, but he never told me about, you know. But he used to have conversations with the girl, and the sister knew about it. So now that the sister was upset, she decided to disclose that, oh, y'all been talking on the phone or whatever, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so she put that out because we're STD free over here. Okay, thank you. Just so that's my second story. All right, those are my stories. So next we're gonna have Trini. Trini, what are your stories of devastating death and disaster? What are your stories?
Wow. Um, let's see. I have one story. I was with this guy. Let's just call him D. So me and D been together like on and off for a hot little minute from since New York to until I moved down here. Like we kind of moved down here, not too far behind each other. So he had an ex girl that he used to, I want to say maybe go like back and forth between me and her, because that's what it turned out to be ultimately. But anyway, so me and D's together, him and we got back together when I moved down here, and we ended up getting an apartment down in Fort Lauderdale. So we had an apartment, and I would stay down there. I'll be down there like 5 days a week. I'll stay down there because I work down there. And then my other 2 days, my days off, I would come back. I would come back home, which was like an hour away. So I'll come back home, and I was working two jobs. So I would work, my second job I'll work up here in Palm Beach. Well, Palm Beach. So my second job I'll work up here. So it was, now we were sharing a vehicle. It was his vehicle, but we agreed, this would be more, I guess it was the best financial, decision for us to just share a vehicle or whatever the case be. So I'm like, okay, cool. So it was his vehicle, ultimately or whatever. So he would, pick me up, because I worked in Palm Beach on Sundays and Mondays. So Mondays after work, he would come and pick me up. He'll drop me up here Sunday. He'll drop me here Sunday. Monday night he'll pick me up so I can be back down for Lauderdale for work on Tuesday. So it had this weekend where we got into a heated argument, and that was during the time where he did. He dropped me up here the Sunday, and we got into argument by the time I got up here. So we didn't talk for, that Monday night now. I'm like, Monday before I got work, I'm like, you coming to pick me up? He was like, nah, find your way back down to Fort Lauderdale. So I was like, okay. Now, Florida is nothing like New York. So trains, buses, all that stop running at a certain time. I'm getting up for work late, you know what I'm saying? I think like 10 o'clock or something at night. So, of course, no train is going to be running at that time of the night. So I would have to wait till Tuesday morning. So I guess he had that idea in his head. But lucky me, I had a coworker that actually lived not too far from where I was going. So they offered me a ride. So I was like, okay, cool. Now we're not talking, so there's no reason for me to call you and tell you I'm on my way, because you clearly didn't give two shits. You ain't care how I was getting down there because you said hop your ass on a train. I'm like, okay, bet, no problem. So got down there, and I got to the apartment now, opened the door. I seen his car outside. So, and I seen the TV, I can see the TV, that the TV was on. I can see the light from the TV. So open the front door and walk to the bedroom, and the bedroom door is locked. So I knock, being polite. I knocked one time, and he said, who is it? Now, as far as I know, if you're in an apartment, okay, the only people that can get inside the apartment is people that have keys. Like, if it's a robber, they're not going to be knocking on the damn door, on your bedroom door. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, so I didn't even answer. At that point, I already knew what it was going to be. So I head to the kitchen, I go get me the hammer, and I come back. So now as I'm heading back now to the bedroom, because now I got to break the door down, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't get in. So before I made it back to the bedroom, he came out the room. So he's like standing directly in front of me. Now he's taller than me. So, he's standing like over me. So he's like, like he's kind of distract me. He's like, yo, what are you doing with that hammer? Like, what were you about to do? I said, what you mean I was about to do? I was about to get the door open because I knocked once and you didn't answer. I don't know who else you thought would be in here inside the apartment knocking on the door. So while I'm over here talking, I see some legs walking by. I was like, So immediately, like I said, he sat in front of me. Immediately, I'm like, who do I see? The same ex. So at this point, I'm like, so all my attention now, all my energy divert from him, and I'm watching her because it wasn't. I think what it was for me, it was the look that she gave me as she was walking out. Like, yeah, bitch, it's me. So now at this point, he grabs the hammer out my hand or whatever. He took the hammer away from me. So it had a piece of wood. It was a piece of wood in the house. So I grabbed a piece of wood. I'm over there trying to fling a piece of wood behind her, broomstick, whatever I can get my hands on. And she's going down the stairs now of the building. So at this point now, it's been a minute because he's holding me, like he's trying to hold me back or whatever while she leaves. So I'm there and I'm like, I'm fighting up with him to so I can go after her now. And all the commotion going on, nosy behind neighbors, call the police. So when police showed up now, all that ghetto-ness, like all that went out the window. So my little 2 years at John Jay College, like that kicked in. So I'm like, victim mode straight. So I'm like, yeah, officer was like, yes, I came home from work and he has another woman inside our apartment. And, it's not right. I work 7 days a week. And, I should have to come to this, tears and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, so they was like, we understand, just at this point, just let him leave, just allow him to leave or whatever until you guys, calm down. But who the hell gonna come after that? Because guess what? Because now I know he's leaving with her. This nigga is going for the night. So he's with her for the whole night. And I'm supposed to do what? Sleep? Like, no. Like, I was heated. So, he stayed away for a good while. Like, he stayed away from the apartment. Like, what he would do is, because I used to work nights, I was working nights. So he would come there in the nighttime and he would grab clothes or whatever, chill. And then by the time I come home, like, he'll be gone. But he used to send me like text messages like, oh, why don't you leave? Why don't you go back? Why don't you go back to Palm Beach? Blah, 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 this and the third. But little did he know is that we were there, I think, for like 2 years. So after the first year, now he initially found an apartment or whatever, and, he signed a lease. But, I used to go make the payment sometimes. So when he gave me the lease, when it was time for renewal, he signed the lease and I went to go drop it in for him at the office. The lady was like, oh, but don't you live there too? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, why don't you put your name on there? I was like, sounds like a great idea. So I signed the lease, never told him anything. So when he was sending all these text messages, oh, why don't you leave? Want to go back to Palm Beach? This is my apartment, your name on the lease. I said, this is who apartment? I said, no, this is our apartment. So why don't you leave? Why don't you leave? Oh, what you talking about? Your name on the lease? Oh, yeah? You might want to go to the office and get that check, buddy. Okay, because our name is on the lease. But I know I wasn't going to stay there anyway. Like, I want to stay there. So eventually I just end up leaving and going back to Palm Beach or whatever. And that was the end of that. But I kid you not, the funny part about that story is I'm over here playing victim. But mind you, a similar situation happened and it was reversed now where she came in and met me. So now this is my karma coming back now. This is my karma coming back now. And she came and met me, where he was staying at his cousin. And she, of course, act a fool, like, oh, what are you doing here? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, your dude brought me here. So, oh, you need to leave, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nah, like, first of all, it's not New York. Like, I'm not about to just walk out and catch a cab, catch a bus or a train. Like, nah, somebody needs to drop me back to Palm Beach. And that's that. So I didn't leave because he left to go play basketball. I didn't leave until he got there. Like, I literally sat on the bed that they slept on, and I stayed there until he got back. So that was that. that was that story. And I think I said I do have another story where I was violated by an ex, like a crazy ex, like we had just broke up. And, we just broke up or whatever. And I told him, like, I'm good. Like, I'm good on you. I'm done. Because he just had some real crazy tendencies. So I was like, like stalking me, like you on top of my roof, like late night, looking to see you coming in and out of the building. Like, I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? I have a 3-year-old daughter. Like, I don't need that kind of energy. So we had recently broke up. So maybe it's like 2 weeks in now. And I'm, walking my daughter out to Flatbush to go drop her off to daycare. And something just told me, look behind me. And when I look behind, this dude is like a half a block behind me, walking behind me. So I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you stalking me? Oh, nah. I just wanted to holler at you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I missed you, this and the third. I was like, like, I'm good. Like, we're done. So he continued to walk with me or whatever, dropped my daughter. He's like, I'm dropping my daughter to daycare. He's like, let me borrow your phone real quick. He ain't had no phone. That time pay phones was still popping. He's like, let me use your phone real quick or your cell phone. I just need to make a call, find out if this dude got any work for me, blah, 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 and third. I was like, nah, use a pay phone. I got no change. So, I was being kind. I gave him 50 cents. Here you go. So dude now, so he still continued to walk on me. So I dropped my daughter off now. I came back out and he's still standing out there like a derelict waiting. So he's like, I missed you. Like, let's talk. I said, nah, ain't nothing to talk about. Like, it's done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already act a fool and I'm good. I'm done. So dude now, he's like, all right, fine, let me just borrow your phone. So like after him continuously begging, me now, like a dummy, go to reach my phone out my jacket pocket. My jacket had a zip on it. So I unzip my jacket pocket and I'm going in my pocket to go get my phone. And he tried to snatch my phone out my hand. So I immediately put my phone back in my pocket now and I'm trying to zip it back up, but he's holding on to my jacket pocket to try and get my phone out. And I'm over there, I'm like punching this dude in his face. We're on the corner. We're like on a busy intersection on the corner of Flatbush and Foster. So I'm just there and I'm punching him in his face and he would not let go. He would not let go at all. So happened, a police officer, a patrol car pulled up right at the light. So he seen that and that's how he managed to get off of me because he don't want no trouble. So he got off of me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not about to walk back home because it's like maybe 5 blocks. I was like, I'm not going to walk back home because he's going to follow me. I'm going to get on the bus because I know this dude ain't got no Metro card. So I'm going to get on the bus and that's it. And I'm going to take the bus 2 stops to my house. And it's going to drop me right in front of my building. So I get on the bus, swipe my Metro card. I go sit down in the back. And in the back of the bus, they got they have like some single seats. So Candy's died. So I sat in one of the single seats, you know what I'm saying? Don't want nobody next to me. Can I get a window seat? You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting down now, and who hops on the bus? This dude gets on the bus. No Metro card, ain't pay his fare. So the bus driver is on the intercom like, sir, you need to come pay your fare. Sir, come pay your fare. He ain't paying that bus driver no mind. He walked back there and stands over me because I'm sitting down. He stands over me. He was like, yo. I was like, oh God, like this dude just don't get it. You know what that's how you know somebody mental. He gets on the bus and stands over me and you know what he says? Yo, give me my phone, Dread. I was like, what? So now everybody in the bus is looking like, oh, she done stole this nigga phone and she got the bus like, go give me my phone. I was like, give me your phone. So I was like, don't play yourself. He's like, all right, bet. He's like, remember, I know where you work. I said, okay, and you know where I live too. So what? This dude, before he gets off now he's getting off the bus because the bus driver won't move until he pays his fare or gets off the bus. So he gets off the bus, but before he does that, this nigga watches me and snuff me. Like the dude straight snuffed me in my head. So I'm like, I'm heated. I am heated. But the most embarrassing part for me was the fact that the bus driver is on the intercom like, ma'am, are you okay, ma'am? I'm like, Lord Jesus. Like, bruh, it can get any more embarrassing for me. Like, I was done. So that was it. Like, I don't think, like, I've been violated in certain ways, but I think at that time I was younger, so it probably got to me more. Now I can kind of like lash it off because, you know, I just try not to make people get me out of character. But that right there, Lord Jesus, gave me the strength. Okay, but I tell you, I was embarrassed. And it was mainly because of the damn bus driver. So that's my stories. That's my stories, and that's it. So next up we have Styles.
Oh boy. Nah, but that's crazy though. He wouldn't have snuffed me and got away with it. He would have to call the cops or something. Best believe.
Bro, I just wanted him gone. Wanted him gone. So I was like, you know what? All right, I'm a hold that L. I'm gonna take that stuff, but just go, please.
Taking a L was
if he hit Crystal.
He's calling my brothers. Oh boy. Okay, so my story. So let's call the first one Jankro, right? First one, Jankro. So, you know, me and Jankro, you know, we're there. And we have a lot of mutual friends. Yeah, can't even name Jankro. So I have a lot of mutual friends, right? So it's like so everybody kind of know something where me don't know. So somebody texted my phone and was like, oh, but before all of that, he had an apartment and, you know, I was like, you know, just go there and visit him and stuff. Some of my stuff right there. So somebody texted my phone and was like, yo, don't say nothing. But my ear said, Jankro, they would want next girl over the house. So me I said, Jankro tell me same day at the doctor. How comes him there at the house? He was supposed to be at the doctor. You understand? So they were saying no, like I'm pretty sure that he's at the house with a dirty bitch. Yeah. So I was like, okay, so I called him, right? So he sent me to voicemail and he was like, oh, I can't talk right now. I'm in the doctor's office. So I'm like, usually, even if he did at the doctor's office or something, it would have picked up and say, yo, you know, I can't talk to you, you know. So that was just, that's what, you know, got my mind thinking. At first, I wasn't believing the person, but then when he never answered the call, I was like, okay, yeah, something not gone. So funny enough, my friend from Fort Lauderdale was coming down to drop off something at my house. Nice businessman, nice car, brown, tall, look good. So I said to him, I said, you mind bringing me somewhere? That's a nigga, you know. So he must say, I tell him what I go on. So he say, yeah, man, forward, come. I could go. Go over Jankro yard now. Door lock. Every time I turn the key, the door lock again. I said, what the backside I go on? Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. This dirty bitch is very bold because she come up to the window and was like, yeah, I'm here now. What you doing here? I'm like, do I know you? Yeah, big and bold. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I just said to him, I said, no, I just wanted my man to come inside and come and get my stuff because I was leaving. So, you know, so my own boy, Jamaican, him no business, you understand? So he sure as hell went inside, got my shit, and I left that day. Never to see him ever again. Ever again. Now, for the second story. It was me and 3 other females, and we met up with 4 other males. Yeah. We always just like, you know, see each other in the clubs and stuff like that. But then one of the guys then was like, yo, you know, come at the house, we're gonna run a boat and, you know, cook some food and stuff. So, you know, us being young, because this was like way back when, us being young and, you know, we enjoy ourselves or whatever. We said, all right, come in, goodie. Everybody get ready and let's go. So we went over to the person's house. Nice gated community, 2-story house and everything. So, yes, mom. So we went there, right? And everybody chilling and stuff like that. So everybody kind not even really like separate, but everybody did kind of, I do them thing or whatever. So we do that now and we leave. No, before that, him tell me say him never no, him married forget him papers. Him not have no pitney. Right? This is the once you hear that, just run. Once you hear that, you run. Yeah, man. So him married forget him papers, him and the woman knowing nothing. In PR, him just a wait till the papers them process and thing, right? Some say cool, some say wait there, but the house are big, nice, like oh you get the house here. So Jamaicans them do them things. Some say, oh, okay, makes sense. Nice car, big old Mercedes and everything, right? Come to find out now, when we all left, I got a phone call. So usually I not answer unknown number. I never answered the first time, but the second time I answered. Yes, it was Dirty Dog wife. What him claim say him not there with, and him just like getting papers, right? So Dirty Dog wife proceed to tell me that is her house, that is her car. Yes, her house and her car, and she was saying that she saw my number in his phone, right? And she wanted to know who I was. So I said, you want to know who I am? Don't ask me, go ask him. You don't call me and ask me that. Go ask him who I be. You understand? But we weren't nothing like that, So she was like, I don't want to believe that he's doing this to me, but just prove it to me. So yeah, I tell her exactly what is in our house. Yeah. So go deal with your man. Don't deal with me and leave me be. But yeah, that is what Dirty Dog and Jankro did to me. And next we have Candy. Candy
Ready.
to tell her tales.
Yes. I'm a 7-day of disrespected. I always end up in situations where I either have to disrespect somebody or I'm getting disrespected. Now, for example, I went out one time. We leave. I live in Orlando. We drove all the way to Fort Lauderdale to go to Cooler Party. And the driver of the car happened to be, that's my guy at the time. So we did. Everybody's enjoying themselves. We seeing a bunch of people. We seeing everybody. It's cool. It's Cooler Party. We having fun. But when it stopped being fun, is when, mind you, Cooler Party is a drinking party. And even if you live in Fort Lauderdale, you've still been drinking. Now, the guy I was with, he gets very, very, very angry while drinking. But he had the most strength in the world for me. Right? So I tells him after the party, right? I said, let me get the keys so I can go in the car. No, me I come man. You are just find out with the rest of the man. We standing out there. I stood at the car for 30 minutes, almost an hour. All right, whatever. I'm tired. Everybody drinking. We ready to go. Drunk people, like when they like mad drunk, all they want to do is keep the fun going. Anybody who's trying to infiltrate, messing up that fun, it's over. It's over. Like they are public enemy number one, and that was me. And I wasn't even trying to end the party. I was just trying to make sure we got to the next party safely. Who told me to do that? Who told me to tell that man, let me drive? Who told me? Who told me I had the right to ask that man to say, hey, you want me to drive? It turned into a whole bunch of, bitch, what the fuck you think? Bitch was my name for the rest of the night. Bitch went with everything that was called with me. that night. Now, as I'm in the car, scared for my life, like absolutely scared, right? We finally stop somewhere. And when we stop, it's like I'm begging everybody else. I'm begging a bunch of other his drunk friends to not make him drive. He hears me begging for him not to drive. And one friend tells me to shut the F up and sit down in the car. Right? Now, all night, even though I know he was drunk, I don't know how to take nobody motherfucking trying me for so much. What? He pushed his hand in the car, just mushed him dead in his face. Dude, get the fuck out of here. And just mushed him. Fight start.
Oh boy.
My is drunk, and just like kids, when you get drunk, you have like this Super Saiyan power. Like you just get strong and you want to fight the world, and you don't want it done. You like the Energizer Bunny or liquor, right? And he's there, and we fighting, and my best friend is in the back like, no, don't do it. But she's really not. She's really not doing nothing. You know, she's, no, don't do it. That's all I think she's trying to say, is that we want to get this safe. We finally leave off. I text my first person of defense, and I text her like, hey, I need you to figure out how I'm gonna get to you. My person of defense is like, bitch, where you at? Tell me the exact location. I'm gonna send something. If I can't make it, I will figure out how to get you away from that. What? It got to the point where somebody else, like I made him pull over to the side of the road. A group of young guys, I think they was Haitian, pulled up like, yo, you okay, man? You okay? You good? You straight? Get in the car. I'm like, now I'm in the predicament where it's like, damn, who is the worst of evil? Is somebody that I don't know, or is somebody that I do know but I don't know because they drunk and they acting crazy? So what do? Of course you get in the car with the person you know, because now the person that you know that's drunk have a gun. Have guns. I didn't want to shoot the people where I try to help you now. So you gotta get out.
Get out.
You're just there. Mind you, you're drunk. Now, even if you was drunk, you ain't drunk no more. You mad as hell. The person is speeding in an expedition truck on 2 wheels from Fort Lauderdale to my destination in West Palm Beach in like 15 minutes. It takes 45 minutes to get from Fort Lauderdale to Palm Beach. 15 minutes. The whole time, I was scared for my life. Like, mama say, mama, because I'm in there like, nah, I can't believe this. I can't believe this guy really make this reach. Just like the disrespect came because he's drunk. Then he started telling me how I'm insecure. And I'm like, damn, all of this because I wanted to drive so you can have a good time still. All I wanted to do was be a designated driver, and look where I got. You want to shoot me in my picture? All this. So good. I've never been so happy to see my Uncle Clyde house and to see my Uncle Clyde. I never, ever been so happy because I was just like, nah, I'm out of here. My Uncle Clyde is looking me in my face though because he's like, you okay? Why that look a little shiny over there? You all right? Till I had to stop. I just told my Uncle Clyde that I was fighting with some girls at the party. That's why I had to come here. Clyde was real deal. Go black ops. Clyde would disappear and come back like, where's the breakfast? And that's it. You don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Like for my eating store. So one time, I was like, I'm a baby, you know, right? But there was this boy, oh my gosh. every time I went to Palm Beach, it was like, I gotta get this boy. What so happened is I met his friend. His friend tried to style me, and then like he defended me. So I'm like, oh, I definitely like you. He became like my for real deal boyfriend. Like I lied to him about my age, everything, that type of serious, like that's my boyfriend. It was going good. It was going good, but again, he lived in Palm Beach, and I lived where I lived up here in Kissimmee. So and being 16, and he was 18 at the time, so he could have. But he was in high school. Excuse me. He was still in high school, but at the same time, he was still 18. He could, I asked my grandmother and my mom's if he could come, and let him come. When did he come for? I think he came. He must have spent 2 weeks at my house. Like, it was serious. So loved him. I don't know where it went wrong, but there was this. I don't know how this boy popped up into my life. I don't know where the boy came from, but he came. He was there. He was fine, and he was also. He was from Chicago. I never met nobody from Chicago. I don't never want to meet nobody again from Chicago because of this book. Because it was like, yo, at the time, the only thing, it was like the boy was in front of my face. He was there. You understand? Like, he was just there. Like, when you're 16, a long distance relationship, it don't kind of work. So I don't know if I would call it cheating. What I would call it is a misjudged decision. Like, I completely missed what I was supposed to be getting. We'll call him by his damn name, AJ. We'll call him AJ. Yes, so I met AJ. AJ was just, me love bad man. Me love man were like,
Bad man is pure world.
Well, but he was like, okay, he was like a rude boy. He wasn't bad, but he was rude. I like him to be a little rude. You can't be no punk ass. So I ran into AJ. For the when you just starting to know somebody, they're nice, they do all the good things. It's good. Then he ended up getting into trouble. He had to run away. Next thing you know, my diamond bracelet my mom gave me is gone. Anyway, long story short, I made the worst mistake by dealing with AJ and his little criminal ass and leaving my. He was. I swear to God, I turned that boy into a savage. You understand? Like, complete savagery moves he started doing to me. And I allowed him to do it because I felt that, yes, like, West Palm boy, he just started, like, like he cried. He cried, and when he cried, oh my God, it's like, I never felt nothing like that till all right. And he would do like little stuff to me. Like we would be talking on the phone, right? I would think like, okay, getting back to a place. And then he'll post up a girl at like the Heats game. I'm like, what the fuck? And like every time he would do it, he would do it. We'd be talking. The day he posts a picture, we telling each other we love each other. And stuff like that. He's posting up other girls, and when I call him like, hey, what's going on? He's like, what do you mean? I never said this and this and this. And I'm like, oh, okay. But it's like every time I'm down, I gotta link him, but now it's different because different. But that's the one person I feel bad for doing anything to. Everybody else, off with their heads. And asked him, and he admitted it to me that he took it. So he said he needed the money. I said, but You needed the money, you take my good bracelet. What if I needed money? Now I don't got no money to get nothing. How I'm supposed to get something now? You didn't took what I'm gonna take to the pawn shop.
Candy.
So that was a lot, right? We had some really good stories, okay?
Okay.
We would like to thank you guys for supporting our channel, coming to check us out. I'll leave everybody to say their good nights. I'm Kels.
I'm Trini.
And I'm Styles.
All right, later. Peace out to Brooklyn. Woo!